Today we're going to be talking about why the M2 MacBook Pro that Apple just announced isn't really worth the upgrade. Now, it's an amazing machine, but overall, the performance improvement from the M1 is just not there, and it's not really worth your money. What do you get with the M2 over the M1? Well, you get a little bit faster processor and GPU. I think they said about 20% faster CPU, 30% faster GPU. That's all great, but you're not gonna notice that day to day. Now you can upgrade the memory more. Instead of 64, it goes all the way up to 96. Now that kind of stuff you would actually notice, especially if you're doing high intense heavy loads on your computer, but most people don't do that. I edit 4K footage all the time and mine doesn't have any issues running through. I could probably even do this on just like an M2 or M1 minus the Pro or Max, and it would still probably process, maybe save me a couple minutes. It's not enough to really justify the price because these things start off at like $2,000, and I think the highest end without adding even more stuff is $3,500. Now you can probably get this thing all the way up to over $5,000 pretty easy if you max out all the RAM and all the hard drive space. All that stuff costs way too much if you ask me, but one thing they did upgrade that I heard some people were pretty excited about, if you use the HDMI port, it went from 2.0 to 2.1, which allows you to go up to 8K at 60 Hertz or 4K at 240 Hertz. People like those refresh rates, so that's kind of a nice extra feature, and you do get a whole hour more of battery. Instead of like the 21 hours, I think this is for the 16-inch model, you get 22 hours. And I will say, my Mac can last forever. I love this thing. It is such a powerhouse. But here's the thing, and this is why I say don't buy it, is because now that the M2 is out, the M1 is going on sale. I've already seen it on Amazon for like 15 to 16% off, and I think that's been pretty standard. Other sites, as soon as it's actually out, where you can actually go up to an Apple store and buy it, I think we'll see like 20-25% off, somewhere in that price range of the M1 Pro, because they're gonna be trying to get rid of old inventory. These machines are only 14 months old, and they were built and designed to last people for multiple years. So even buying one that's like a year old, you're still gonna get 4, 5, 6 years. There was a guy that I talked to online the other day. He plans to keep his for 10 years. And I honestly believe it will last him because I know people that have kept their Macs for 10 years. I plan to keep mine for 3 to 4 years at least, and I actually bought AppleCare on mine because the only thing that I see that I'm gonna have a problem with is the battery. It's just going down because I usually keep mine plugged in, and that's not good for the battery, but at the same time, that's just the way I use mine. So with that AppleCare, I'll probably get the battery replaced eventually, but also it just covers so much other stuff. But I'd love to hear from you. What computer are you currently using, and are you planning on upgrading to one of these new ones? I'm just interested in seeing what people are using currently. Also, if you want to see how I saved like $300 and some on this MacBook Pro, click right here and watch that video, and I'll see you all in the next one. God bless.